Imagine a world before the digital glow of your smartphone, before the insistent chirp of an alarm clock. A world where the relentless gears of industry demanded punctuality, yet the means to wake a city from its slumber were far from mechanical. In the hushed pre-dawn streets of bustling industrial hubs, a unique figure walked the cobblestones, armed with a pole and a profound responsibility. These were the knocker-uppers, the silent sentinels who, with a tap, 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 literally woke entire cities, one window at a time, weaving themselves into the very fabric of early modern life. Who were these forgotten heroes, and what tales do their vanished echoes tell? Before the relentless march of industrial progress, life moved at a different pace. But with the advent of factories, mills, and mines, time became an unforgiving master. Thousands of workers, vital cogs in the colossal machinery of the Industrial Revolution, needed to be at their posts by the earliest hours, long before sunrise. Punctuality wasn't merely a virtue. It was an economic imperative dictating wages, output, and the very survival of burgeoning industries. Yet, in this dimly lit era, reliable timekeeping devices were a luxury, far beyond the reach of the common laborer. How then did a city of sleepers rise in unison to meet the unforgiving demands of the new age? For centuries, humanity's internal clocks, the crow of a rooster, or the ringing of church bells often dictated the start of the day. But the precision required by the factory floor demanded more than nature's rhythm. The first mechanical alarm clocks were invented centuries prior, but they were intricate, expensive marvels exclusive to the wealthy elite. Mass production, making such devices accessible to everyone, was still a distant dream. Imagine the anxiety of a worker, knowing a missed start could mean lost wages or even dismissal, without a dependable way to rouse themselves from their deep slumber. This technological void created a unique demand, a silent plea echoing through the sleeping streets. From this silent need emerged a remarkable solution, the knocker-upper. Not an invention of steel and springs, but of human ingenuity and dedication. These were individuals, often elderly men and women, who took on the vital, unsung role of waking an entire community. Their service was a lifeline for countless factory hands, dock workers, and miners, ensuring the engines of industry never faltered due to oversleeping. Paid a few pence a week per client, they became an indispensable part of urban infrastructure, a human network of alarms, stretching across the industrial heartlands of Britain and beyond. Their methods were simple, yet profoundly effective, creating a unique symphony of the pre-dawn. The knocker-upper's essential tool was deceptively simple, a long, sturdy pole. These poles, often made of bamboo, extended several meters, allowing them to reach the upstairs windows of terraced houses without ladders. For lower windows, shorter poles, or even a gentle tapping with a stick might suffice. Some, particularly in northern England, employed pea shooters, launching dried peas or small stones at the glass for a distinctive, rattling wake-up call. Each tap, each rattle, was a precisely aimed message, a personalized alarm clock delivered directly to the sleeper's window. It was a testament to simple mechanics, combined with a profound understanding of urban architecture and human sleep patterns. As the moon began its descent, while the rest of the city slept, the knocker-upper embarked on their solitary patrol. Navigating labyrinthine streets by the dim glow of gaslight or a flickering lantern, they followed meticulously planned routes, often spanning miles. Each client had a specific window, a specific time. The tap, tap, tap would continue, sometimes for several minutes, until a light appeared, a curtain twitched, or a face emerged, signaling that the slumbering occupant was finally roused. It was a rhythm of vigilance, a dance with the darkness, ensuring that the human cogs of industry would turn on schedule, day after day, through every season and every kind of weather. The relationship between a knocker-upper and their clients was built on more than just a payment for a service. It was founded on trust and mutual reliance. For many, the knocker-upper wasn't just an alarm. They were a familiar, reassuring presence, a guarantee against the dire consequences of oversleeping. Some even developed unique signals or codes, specific taps known only to the client. This deeply personal connection transformed the service from a mere transaction into an integral part of community life. They were the unsung guardians of punctuality, woven into the social fabric of bustling neighborhoods. Their rhythmic tapping a familiar and comforting sign of the new day's impending arrival. The ranks of the knocker-uppers were often filled by those on the margins of the workforce. Elderly men and women, the infirm, or those simply unable to perform more physically demanding labor. It was a steady, if humble, income, providing a sense of purpose and independence. They embodied the resilience and resourcefulness of the working class, finding a niche in a rapidly changing world. Each knocker-upper had their own story, their own struggles, but together they formed a network of human alarms, each dedicated to their demanding nocturnal routine. Their quiet dedication became an enduring symbol of a bygone era's unique challenges and ingenious solutions. For generations, the rhythmic tap of the knocker-upper's pole was an intrinsic part of the urban soundscape, as familiar and comforting as the distant factory whistle. It was the sound that signaled the impending day, a gentle yet insistent call to action. In the dense, close-knit communities of industrial cities, this sound became more than just a wake-up call. It was a communal signal, a shared experience binding neighbors together. The absence of this sound would have been unsettling, a disruption to the very pulse of the city. It was a unique, ephemeral music of the dawn, a melody of human endeavor that has since faded into the silence of history. The importance of the knocker-upper cannot be overstated. In an era before electricity was widespread, before radio, before accessible personal timepieces, they filled a critical gap. They were the invisible backbone of industrial productivity, preventing absenteeism and ensuring the smooth, relentless operation of factories and mines that fueled the burgeoning economies. Without them, the logistical challenges of waking thousands of workers simultaneously would have been immense, potentially crippling output and causing widespread economic disruption. Their simple service underpinned the complex machinery of a world hurtling towards modernity, proving that sometimes the most profound solutions are found in the most human and unassuming forms. But all human endeavors eventually yield to the relentless march of technological progress. As the 19th century gave way to the 20th, a new, formidable rival began to emerge: the affordable, mass-produced alarm clock. With advancements in manufacturing, these mechanical timepieces became increasingly accessible to the working classes. The once luxurious device, a symbol of status, transformed into a household essential. Suddenly, the need for a human intermediary to rouse sleepers began to wane. The intricate dance between the knocker-upper and their clients started to unravel, not due to failure, but because innovation offered a new, more convenient, and more private alternative. The decline was slow, not a sudden extinction. For a time, both the knocker-upper and the alarm clock coexisted. Some preferred the human touch, others embraced the novelty of the mechanical device. However, as alarm clocks became ubiquitous and reliable, and as working patterns shifted, the demand for human awakeners steadily dwindled. By the mid-20th century, the profession had largely faded into obscurity, a relic of a bygone era. The last known knocker-upper, Mary Smith, was recorded working in London as late as 1973, a poignant echo of a once vital trade, a testament to its stubborn endurance against the tide of progress. Today, the knocker-upper remains a curious footnote in history, a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability in the face of necessity. Their story reminds us of the profound changes brought about by the Industrial Revolution, and how everyday problems often breed the most extraordinary solutions. They were the unsung heroes of the dawn, the quiet orchestrators of a waking world, whose rhythmic taps once defined the start of a million working days. Though their poles have been laid aside and their routes forgotten, their legacy lives on, a powerful reminder that even the simplest human service can be utterly indispensable, a vital thread in the intricate tapestry of our shared past. The story of the knocker-uppers is more than just a tale of a vanished job. It's a window into the ingenious ways societies adapt to change, the subtle yet profound impact of technology, and the enduring human spirit that finds solutions where none seem to exist. As we hit snooze on our digital alarms today, let us spare a thought for those dedicated men and women who, with a simple tap on a window pane, ushered in the dawn for generations. Their echoes now whispers in the annals of time. Their legacy reminds us that even the most mundane of daily rituals often conceal layers of fascinating history, waiting to be rediscovered.